Hello and welcome to Vault Holocron. I'm Jonathan and today we will be discussing the Fallopian Jedi Master, Adi Gallia, from the prequels. She first appeared in The Phantom Menace and was also in Attack of the Clones, but sadly didn't make it to Revenge of the Sith. Anyway, here's why Adi Gallia deserves more credit. So first, I'm going to start with the most obvious point from seeing her in the prequels. She was a Jedi Master on the Jedi Council. Being a Jedi Master was a highly esteemed role in the Jedi Order, and was a great show of strength for the Jedi that had reached it. Many of the Jedi we see in Star Wars are Jedi Masters, like Luke and Yoda, and most of them are shown to be powerful forces for good. Adi Gallia, having reached this rank, is a good show of just how good of a Jedi she was. But Adi Gallia wasn't only a Jedi Master, she also made her way onto the Jedi Council. The Jedi Council was a council of esteemed Jedi with only 12 members at a time. Only the best Jedi would ever make it onto the council. This is a clear sign of just how great Adi Gallia was. Next, I'm talking about the time Adi Gallia bravely went on a mission to save Jedi Master Eve Koth. To provide some context, Eve Koth had been boarded by General Grievous and his droids. Although fighting hard, Koth was overwhelmed and captured by Grievous. This is when Grievous sent a message to the Jedi, showing his victory and warning them that he only lives to see Jedi die. Eve Koth, however, managed to hide a message that he was in the Salukami system by making hand gestures, and this is where the rescue mission comes in. Obi-Wan, Anakin and Adi Gallia flew out to the Salukami system to save their fellow Jedi. This is a very brave move from Gallia, as she had just previously witnessed that Grievous has the power to kill a Jedi, even one from the Jedi Council, and despite this, she still went on the mission. But her courage doesn't end there, as she actually fought Grievous single-handedly for a while to save Kenobi from being shut out of the ship. She managed to go without injury in her short battle, until she was interrupted by the docking tube Kenobi and some clones were in, breaking. This is a great show of character for Gallia, and also suggests that she was quite powerful, being able to hold off Grievous without injury, even if only briefly. What's better than one rescue mission? That's right, 2 rescue missions, and Adi Gallia has been on 2. Not only did she rescue Eve Koth from Grievous, but she also rescued some prisoners and another rescue team from the Citadel. The Citadel was a very secure prison, which had been created to be able to hold Jedi, and with the Separatists forming a blockade around it, it was extremely difficult for the Jedi to infiltrate. However, when a group including Evan Pill and Tarkin were captured and locked up there, a rescue mission was devised to save them. The mission, though, didn't go to plan, and the survivors of the first rescue mission needed rescuing themselves in order to get off the planet. This is where Adi Gallia and her rescue team come in. Adi Gallia, Plo Koon, Saisi Tin and Kit Fisto worked together to get through the Separatist blockade, and although it wasn't easy, they managed to save the survivors at the Citadel and succeed. This shows that Adi Gallia was a brave Jedi, as even though the previous rescue team had failed to escape the Citadel, she still went in to save them, as a part of the new rescue team, knowing the challenge that she faced. General Grievous was a big threat and a challenge for the Jedi to overcome. With 4 lightsabers and a cyborg body, Grievous was a force to be reckoned with, and he had the power to kill Jedi. Over the Clone Wars, many Jedi fought Grievous, and it was never an easy fight. Any Jedi which can hold off Grievous for a while is a strong Jedi, and Adi Gallia did just that. After a surprise attack by Grievous, Gallia ran into battle to fight Grievous to hold him back. She's shown to be in the middle of a fight against Grievous in this scene, and this time the battle isn't cut short. We don't actually get to see the entire fight though, due to the episode focusing on R2 and C-3PO, but from what we see, she fought well against Grievous, with great focus and will. Although she was defeated and captured by Grievous, we can't disregard her and call her weak, as Grievous was very powerful and overwhelming to fight against. Based on her performance in what we see of her fights against Grievous, she is clearly a powerful Jedi and shouldn't be undermined. Also, I feel it's worth mentioning that after Plo Koon saved her, Gallia was still strong enough to kill some battle droids. Now I'm going to go into the time Adi Gallia fought the Star Wars version of a vampire. These vampires, unlike how vampires are normally depicted, infect people through scratches, and also have a different look and power set. Gallia and Obi-Wan were called to the planet Bray to help out the inhabitants who were being attacked by Ravna, and they soon witnessed Ravna's power in action. After being attacked by a converted Mynock, the Mynock managed to absorb a blaster bolt into its mouth and scratch the clone Peel, who then turned into a vampire himself. After all of this, Adi Gallia still ran after Ravna with Kenobi and tried to fight him despite his great strength and not knowing what she was facing. This was a commendable act from Gallia, and she deserves respect for it. Also, I'd like to quickly mention we have made a video on Ravna's species in the past, so if you'd like to learn more about Ravna, you can watch that after. The link is in the card. So I think we can all agree that Maul and Savage are powerful enemies and not to be messed with. Throughout the Clone Wars, we see multiple examples of this, even killing Jedi like Halsey, Nox, and Finn Urte. Gallia herself knew this, even seeing the corpses of Halsey and Nox being brought into the Jedi Temple, and despite all this, she still chased after them both with Kenobi. Once again, Gallia is ready to fight the hard fight, even though there is great risk. This time, however, was her last time, as she was sadly killed by Savage Opress. However, just because she was killed, I don't think that we can ignore just how well she fought against Savage. She lasted for a good amount of time against Savage in this battle, and was shown to be a skilled fighter despite being overpowered by the brute force at the end of the battle, and I don't think we can take this away from her. Finally, I'm going to mention Adi Gallia's part in the Rise of Skywalker, and why this means we should respect her more. In the Battle of Exegol, when Rey called to the Jedi of the past, with her "Be with me" line, we heard many voices of former Jedi, and this included Adi Gallia, who said the line, "Rise, Rey." Even after death, Gallia had an influence, speaking to Rey as many other Jedi did, and this should be commended, as despite not physically being alive, she still chipped in to help Rey rise to face the First Order. Also, I'd like to mention that Gallia's inclusion in this movie scene in the first place is a show of respect for her, and shows that maybe we should all appreciate her a bit more. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this dive into Adi Gallia, and we hope to see you later at Vault Holocron.